Here I go, here I go, here I go. Yeah, here I go, here I go, here I go.
Before we get into today's episode of the pod, you guys have to subscribe because I'm looking at you and you're not subscribed to the channel yet. And you have to hit the notification bell because you're not going to know when I post if you don't have notifications when I post. Make sure to like the video, you guys, so I know you guys are enjoying these episodes. Make sure to follow my social medias. I will pop them on the screen so you can stay up to date with everything to do with this podcast. And then don't forget to check out the Spotify version. The link will be in the description for that as well. Finally, I am a sports writer, so make sure to check out the take.sport.blog so you can read the best sports articles ever. You will not regret clicking that link, so make sure to click that link below. But let's go ahead and get into today's pod, you guys. What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Take Podcast here. I am your host, Jackson Burleson, of course. And in today's episode, first of all, we got to address the Miami Heat. My team is absolutely destroying expectations that we had from them this year. Literally, just even making it to the second round of the playoffs is honestly very hard to believe, but it has happened. And it is all because of Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is the sole reason that this Miami Heat team is even in this position. Like, imagine, this is a Jordan-esque postseason that Jimmy Butler has been having to start off these playoffs. So you've got him scoring 30-plus points in 4 games and then dropping 56 in one of those games. That is unheard of. And I hear all these rumors about Michael Jordan being the dad of Jimmy Butler, like actually being his biological father. And MJ just protected Jimmy Butler, not making it public, saying that he's not his son, not speaking on the matter. That is crazy because you see the faces, the side-by-side comparison on Jimmy and MJ, they look so similar just face-wise. Like, not even like the way they play and the mentality they both have as players, but just their face. I mean, he just looks so much like it. And when you're talking about this situation, I heard something saying that Jimmy Butler was born 9 months after MJ was in Houston where Butler was born. So I don't know how, accurate those rumors are, but if you want to have some conspiracy theories about that, we can talk all day long about those conspiracy theories, but there's no denying that Jimmy Butler is letting his game do the talking. That's all he continues to do every single year. And I think Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat are going to beat the New York Knicks. Number one, because the New York Knicks will not have Julius Randle for Game 2, and maybe not even for Game 3. If Julius Randle plays for Game 3, he's going to be he's not even going to be 100%. So you're not getting a fully healthy Julius Randle, which does hurt the Knicks. But the Miami Heat are going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals once again to rematch the Boston Celtics. Because I think the Boston Celtics will sweep the Philadelphia 76ers. I just think Joel Embiid is a very easy player to guard. You just got to put one man in the box, one big guy down low, and the Celtics have those guys. They have Robert Williams, and they have Al Horford, 2 long, good defenders that can really give Embiid trouble and have given Embiid trouble in the past. And I also think James Harden is a negative in this series for the Philadelphia 76ers because he has not been the most efficient player in this postseason. He hasn't been taking great shots. He's kind of been rushing. He's been good as a playmaker, but that's about all he's really putting up on the table. The Sixers do have Tyrese Maxey, but Tyrese Maxey is not enough to beat the Celtics, who have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. But the Celtics didn't look fantastic against the Atlanta Hawks in their last series. But I think it's because they weren't really taking the Atlanta Hawks seriously. They were kind of downplaying them a little bit. But I think in this series, they're going to be understanding what's at stake, a berth to the Eastern Conference Finals, a chance to get back to the finals like they were in last year. But I don't think that's going to happen because the Boston Celtics are going to lose to the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. That is the bottom line. The Miami Heat will be in the NBA Finals just because of Jimmy Butler. I don't think Jimmy Butler is going to stop this hot streak that he has been on and will continue to be on throughout this entire postseason. Just the shots he is making, you can't really do anything about it. It's like you put your hands up, you're right in his face, you're contesting, and Jimmy just drills a pull-up three in your face, and you're just like, dang, I was right there the whole time. But this is what you need out of players in playoff situations. You need your stars to step up and come up big in clutch moments. But it's going to be very interesting to see when the Miami Heat make the Eastern Conference Finals of how Tyler Hero is going to fit into this offense, how Tyler Hero is going to be affecting the game when he comes back. Because the touches that Jimmy is getting now will not be happening when Tyler Hero is on the floor. Tyler Hero is going to want to get his 20. He's going to want to score the basketball. He is going to be taking up touches, which is fine. I mean, Tyler Hero is a good player. He boosts our offense for sure. But the thing is, he slows the pace of the game down so much because Tyler Hero just lets sit there, dribble, step back, kind of sit there, dribble, wait, do a step back, shoot a three, make it, miss it. I mean, it's just not a good way to play basketball. And the thing is, I love the way Kevin Love has just been pushing the pace, doing those outlet passes constantly. I mean, in game one against the Knicks, he did the outlet pass 3 times. 2 of them to Jimmy Butler for easy layups, quick baskets. That's what we want. And no team is going to be playing that fast. Kevin Love is one of those guys that can just pass the outlet pass whenever he wants. Full court passes. There's no guy in the NBA that's doing that besides Kevin Love. That is why Kevin Love is such a game changer for this Heat team, because he pushes the pace. Even though he's not actually running with the basketball, he's not pushing the ball, he's passing it. And passing the ball is faster than dribbling it up the floor. That is a fact. Passing the basketball is the fastest way to move the ball. I don't care how fast the guy is with the ball. Doesn't matter. That's why Kevin Love was such an insanely good pickup. And he's been huge. Not just in, pushing the ball up the floor, but in the three-point shooting. He spaces the floor. Kevin Love has been outstanding from 3. He's been knocking down the 3 ball with accuracy in big moments in games. I think just that alone, just having guys that can space the floor that are big, just really give these taller teams problems, because the Knicks have Mitchell Robinson. He's not going to come out and guard the perimeter like Giannis would or Brook Lopez would, which is surprising because the Knicks are not a better team than the Bucks. And I think the Knicks are going to give us a little bit more trouble. I think the Knicks will win 2 games more than the Bucks against the Heat, which is surprising to say, but the Bucks really. And the thing is, I want to address this about Giannis Antetokounmpo. For Giannis Antetokounmpo to say this season's a failure or not a failure, I want to address this right now. If you're the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, you have the best record in the NBA, and you lose in the first round, that season is considered a failure. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what you think or how you perceive things or what your perspective on, the game of basketball or life is. But if you are that good, you're the best team in the NBA record-wise, you should not lose in the first round. Especially to a Heat team that has been having ups and downs all season long. We lost our first playing game to the Hawks. And then we win the second playing game to the Bulls, who are a garbage team. And then we go win game 1 in Milwaukee. I mean, if you tell me all this is happening at the beginning of this season or in the middle of this season, when we were playing like trash, getting blown out left and right, not playing well at all, not having any chemistry, no good ball movement, just absolutely just horrible basketball to watch, and you're telling me we make it to the second round and have a chance to make it to the NBA Finals, that would be a crazy theory to say that this Heat team is going to make it to that point. But it's actually possible. It's actually possible. It's so insane to me. We just always figure out ways to win. Always figure out ways to win. And you got to give credit to Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra does receive criticism from time to time, Sometimes it's unwarranted, sometimes it is. But the fact of the matter is he knows how to work with his team. He knows how to get after it. We hustle, we play defense, we push the ball in transition. We're a small team. We can shoot. And I just love the way we've been incrementing Duncan Robinson in these playoffs. Duncan Robinson didn't really have a big impact in the regular season, but with Tyler Hero out, now he has to have an impact. And I like the way that Duncan Robinson has been being patient, has been making plays for his teammates, hitting the ball, hitting guys cutting in the lane when he's driving to the basket, not forcing the three ball all the time. I mean, that's what we need. I mean, Duncan Robinson's still a big body. I mean, he is 6'6". He can affect the game in different ways. And his defense has gotten a lot better. We don't always play zone when he's in. So I don't know. I think the way we've been playing right now is just the Celtics are going to be a tough team to beat. I understand that. Jimmy Butler understands the task at hand to win this series and the next one. But, you know, it's going to be interesting. But the Eastern Conference, the Miami Heat are going to come out of the Eastern Conference. But the Western Conference is starting to unfold a little bit. The Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns started their series. The Nuggets took game one. Jokic, he had a great game. Jamal Murray had 34 points as well. I think the Nuggets are going to be a very interesting team. They're kind of weird because they're not as good on paper as the Suns, but the Suns, you know, they're supposed to win. They got Kevin Durant, they got Devin Booker, they got CP3. But will they win? That's the big question. Who knows if they'll come out on top? Who knows if they can stay healthy? That's the thing. Like, health is a very important thing in these playoffs. And if Kevin Durant goes and gets hurt, the Phoenix Suns are going to lose this series. But I think the Phoenix Suns will win against the Denver Nuggets. They just have been notorious for having slow starts this postseason. Against the Clippers, they didn't win game one. So I'm not really hitting the panic button with the Phoenix Suns just yet. But the Lakers and Warriors are going to be a very interesting series. The Warriors beat the Sacramento Kings in a very tough 7-game series. Very physical, very brutal 7-game series. The Kings were hungry. They wanted it. They're a good basketball team. They showcased that. And for future years to come, the Kings are going to be a very big problem. I mean, they're just going to continue to get better and better and better. But the Warriors, they figured out how to win on the road, which is a very big thing that they struggled with all year long. They had the worst road record in the NBA, sitting at 11-30, and they finally figured it out. They won 2 games on the road in this series, and Game 5 was probably the biggest game the Warriors won for this entire series, because if they go down 3-2 heading into Game 6 at Chase Center in San Francisco, I don't know if the Warriors win that game, but that's the thing. The Warriors, they always figure it out. They got Steph Curry. Steve Kerr made the correct adjustments, even throughout the Draymond suspension stuff. I mean, the Warriors still figured out how to stay on 2 feet. They were down 2-0 in the series. They figured it out, but I'm not surprised. They're the defending champions. I mean, what do you expect? But they're going to go up against a Lakers team who's been playing well. And you know how it is with LeBron teams in the playoffs. If they're clicking at the right moment, they're dangerous. And they just beat a Grizzlies team who's a very good basketball team. You got to give it to them. I mean, the Grizzlies have John Morant, a very hard player to guard. Jaren Jackson Jr., who spreads the floor out, defensive player of the year, can knock down the 3 ball, can affect the game on the defensive end in a big way with his long wingspan, blocking shots left and right. Anthony Davis, you know, he had his ups and downs this series, but the Lakers got it done. They had really big contributions from Rui Hachimura in this series. LeBron obviously had great games when he needed to have them. D'Angelo Russell also showcasing his ability to shoot the ball in this series. I mean, he's going to be a very big factor against the Warriors in this series. I think Lakers-Warriors go 7 games, but I think the Lakers are going to come out on top. I think they're going to dethrone the defending champions, and they're going to take on the Phoenix Suns in the conference finals, like I've said, and the Lakers are going to go on to the NBA Finals. That is my final prediction for these playoffs. Kevin Durant versus LeBron, LeBron versus Steph Curry, but it's going to ultimately be LeBron James versus Jimmy Butler in the NBA Finals. And Michael Jordan's son, he is going to try to dethrone LeBron of becoming the greatest basketball player of all time, and will deny LeBron James his 5th NBA championship ring. That is how the NBA Finals and this NBA season is going to end, with Jimmy Butler hosting the trophy in Miami, Finals MVP, bringing another championship to South Beach, the 4th title in Miami Heat history. Let's go, Heat Nation. All playoffs long, we've been wanting a championship ring, and we're finally going to get it. This is going to go ahead and do it for today's episode of the Take Podcast. I am your host, Jackson Burleson. Let me know what you think is going to happen in these NBA playoffs. I'm just telling you right here, right now on the Take Podcast, the Miami Heat will win the 2023 NBA championship. Jimmy Butler will be 2023 Finals MVP. Let's go. Thank you for tuning in, guys.
Yeah. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put my heart up on ice.